All right, and we are back from the break, and we have another
Hi,
player
I'm
with
back.
us. So Leva's back.
While the leva appears.
Indeed.
Yes, she had a wild surge. She disappeared for a bit, but she's back now.
All right, so the party is exploring a rogue planet in the Phlogiston, and Finn is, pardon me, ready to lead the party a little bit deeper in.
Yeah, what do you think, everyone? Go about 4 hours hike?
Yeah. Good me.
Yeah, let's just leave the crew back to the ship since we took some of them to gather the berries and the nuts.
Does Braxon know how long he can use Holoret for?
You do not.
You're going to find out now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I suppose Braxon can't really leave Holoret on the ship, so he'll take him with him. He'll turn to Finn and say, what sort of thing shall I send Holoret to look for? Shall I look for berries and fruit and stuff like that?
Yeah, knowing where, if there's
Or-
large concentrations of them somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, maybe also like if the trail is easy.
Yeah, I can handle that part, but
Okay, fair enough.
Well,
maybe if he can locate any local fauna.
to start with, you might want to survey the immediate area, locate other plants that are edible that the crew can be collecting while you then go further off.
That's
Yeah,
a good idea.
there is that.
All right. I'll send Hularat in whatever direction works for Finn. I don't know if Finn goes one way, Hularat goes the other way, or whatever.
That might be the easiest way to go with it.
All
You
right.
can at least figure out things for me to look for on the other direction.
All right, so you start out by kind of like doing an immediate local survey, locate some more trees that have nuts and things like that. You do come across a tree that has fruit. Finn, do you want to investigate this fruit?
Yeah, I'll investigate the fruit.
All right. Give me a wisdom check at half your score. All right. This fruit is definitely edible. It's kind of pear-like, but kind of has the cells and sections like a citrus fruit. The skin of the fruit is also edible, perfectly edible, just fine, unlike the berries.
Okay.
So those can be collected and stored. The skin is tougher than a pear skin, so it's a bit more like a apple skin in its toughness, but like I said, edible. So it looks like they'll store pretty well. And there's plenty of ripe fruit available on that tree. So you pointed out to the crew, and so they'll be collecting up the berries and the nuts and this fruit.
Okay.
All right. So you identify a few berry bushes, some of the trees that have these nuts and that fruit as well. And that's basically what you find in the local area. You don't come across any obvious predators. There are definitely small animals around, some burrowing animals, some tree animals, but they mostly stay out of your sight and keep away from you. So it can be hard to get a good glimpse at any of them. And
which does sound like they might be afraid of larger predators that might be around. So Finn will stay alert for that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But that's the immediate area, and that will keep the crew busy for quite a while, collecting that, still collecting water, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if Finn finds any deadfalled trees, he point them out to the crew to possibly start cutting up for Braxon to have his wood.
You do find some, but the wood's already begun to rot. So it might be better to
Standing.
actually cut down a tree.
Hmm.
They could
Well,
definitely do
cutting
that.
down a tree would give plenty of plant samples from the trees.
Braxon's going to say to Finn, was you putting your hand on that tree to see if it was like sentient or anything?
That was part of it, yes.
So we're not chopping down some sort of people trees.
As far as I can tell.
Okay. I
Alright.
think Braxton has helped start chopping down the first one, just in case the tree starts trying to punch him.
Okay. And it'll also give you a good idea of how chopping it down would affect your tools.
Yeah.
So you begin, you get started, and then so that the crew can then continue if everything is okay, and you examine your axe. The axes will definitely need to be sharpened afterwards, so a little bit more wear and tear, but nothing like tremendous.
Okay.
So, like, it doesn't seem like it would be a big problem.
Yeah. I'm not sure whether we would try and haul the logs intact on our boat or try and chop them up into planks before putting.
Well, you definitely need to cut the tree down to sections at least, but
Yeah.
turning them into planks would probably be a much longer term thing. You don't need them as planks for
Okay.
shape
It
wood.
takes quite a while to turn
All
tree
right.
into planks manually.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. So we'll get the crew that are doing that to. Well, we'll do food first. Well, we'll fell one tree. We'll do food first, and then Braxton will work out which trees are close enough to the boat that people can retreat back to the boat.
Yeah.
And tell them to fell one tree, cut one tree up, load that tree onto the boat before they cut down the next one, so that if we're interrupted, we haven't chopped down 6 trees and we leave them behind.
Yeah, no, they're definitely focusing on like finish a task before move on to another task kind of thing.
Yeah.
That'll definitely keep them busy for a while. So is the goal of heading off into the forest, exploring, like hoping that you find like a whole bunch of fruit-bearing trees, finding some ruins, finding like a field of wild grain? You know, what is the goal when you set off into the woods? Just
Well,
to see
based
what's
on
there?
what we've seen so far, yeah, let's see what's there and maybe see if we can locate larger groves of the fruit trees or anything like that we might be able to harvest.
Is there?
Have we found any plants that have edible roots or something like that? Solas have been digging some roots.
Nothing so far, and that would be another reason to go out looking.
Tends to be quite obscure knowledge. You'd have to observe the animals to see if they're looking for something. That'd be an indicator for them.
Say, Finn, do you think we could transplant any of these plants and grow them on our ship, or would
it's possible.
would they make this funny air that's making us a bit sniffly?
That's also possible.
Give me
You
a
get used to
wisdom
it.
check, Finn, and I also need a saving throw versus poison from Leva. I forgot to get that.
So without any penalties, that's definitely a success.
All right. Examining the leaves, you're pretty sure these plants would wilt outside of the phlogiston.
Okay. I will mention that then.
It's
So
also
they would
possible
die.
that it's also possible that they might not live in any other part of Phlogiston except on this specific blue river.
True, they're used to blue light, so.
Leva, saving throw versus poison, please. There we go. Okay. You are not affected by the pollen or whatever it is in the atmosphere that's
Okay.
causing.
Does
Unlike-
congestion affect
Unlike
spellcasting?
real life.
Isn't that one of the great things about a role-playing game where you can go and not have things like hay fever?
Yes.
Yeah, you can
yes.
play something that you
Paladin.
aren't.
All right. So you begin to set off into the woods.
I had a question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Does
Yeah,
the
that's
congestion affect in any way spellcasting?
No.
Okay.
Is there seasons here? Could you tell, Finn?
Not without observing over time.
Mm,
Given the fact that, yeah, I mean, you would also guess that if there are seasons, they're planet-wide seasons. Like, it just becomes winter at some point, kind of thing.
Yep.
And given the nature of where you are, it's entirely possible that it would be random. Like, spring could last 2 years, and then winter's a month, and then later winter lasts a year, and then spring is just a month. Yeah, it's without being here through time. Yeah, there's no way for him to
Yeah,
tell.
it's not orbiting anything, so I can't really tell from that.
Yeah.
So,
actual.
so I guess we agreed we'd take a 4-hour hike,
Okay.
Mhm.
or go 4 hours in and then 4 hours back. And if I'm guiding, that does increase our travel by a rate of 1/6.
Mhm.
Okay. Are you keeping your eyes out for anything? I mean, besides danger, are you keeping your eyes out for anything of particular note?
Fruit, fauna.
Okay.
Solas is keeping his eye out on different kinds of, like if there's flowers and such. For basically, the more plant samples he can gather, the better.
Okay.
How
And
far?
also for the ruins.
Sorry.
All right. Braxon.
How far does Finn need Braxon to stay back to not get in the way of you searching, but also to be close enough that he can pass on what Hulurat's seeing?
We can travel as a group.
Okay, cool.
I think
I'll take up the rear.
I think the guide thing is just I'm good at picking out the path of least resistance kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh well, I know when we've been hunting before, like Braxon doesn't know, but I know that Braxon gives a disadvantage on hunting checks.
Yeah, but we are not hunting at the moment.
Yeah, fair enough.
Solas, when he gathers the plants, is very careful not to, if there's check the plants
Yeah.
if there's any thorns before he tries to gather them.
Okay.
So Hulurat would have shown any of those nuts or berries to Braxton would have shown them to Hulurat.
Yeah, the best that you can get out of the owl is like there's a tree with fruit over here, and you'll go check,
Yeah.
and it might be the tree that you've already found, or it might be a new type of tree,
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
yeah, got you.
Which is still useful because variety is nice.
Mhm.
And are you going in a straight path, or are you kind of like zigzagging, trying to cover extra area?
Yeah, probably trying to cover the extra area would be best.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, so you set out, and for the first hour or so, you've identified some other plants, and I think that you could easily try and mark them in some way, not using any of your resources, but just like find a stick and stick it up that in such a way that it's obvious that this is man-made kind of thing. put some leaves on it or something like that, in case you come back or direct your crew to find these things. And of course, Finn can easily find his way back to any of the places that you've been. So you do identify some other plants that look suitable for collecting. Solas, you do find some flowering plants, so you can get some flower samples. The flowers, you do not find any blue flowers. They tend to be reds and oranges and yellows.
Well, it would make sense in that blue flowers would not be as visible and therefore attract the pollinators.
Yeah. And the most common, like tiny little flowers in like a little clover field type thing, tends to be bright green flowers. So the first hour is a lot of this cataloging and collecting. And Finn, give me a wisdom check, a standard wisdom check. Okay. After about an hour, you hold up your hand and you realize that you're not hearing any of the bird creature sounds, and it's very quiet. You still get the tinkling of the leaves being blown by the wind. The light filtering through the leaves is still kind of dazzling, but there's no other sounds. And you realize that there's definitely something wrong.
Yeah, I'll definitely relay that and say everyone needs to be on alert.
All right. Everyone give me a 1d10, please, modified for your reaction adjustment for dexterity.
Oh.
Did that modify, like, increase or decrease?
It's increase. It's a bonus.
So higher is better.
Higher is better.
Reaction adjustment is...
It's reaction adjustment, not defense adjustment, right?
Correct.
Reaction adjustment is a reaction adjustment.
Oh, I got a plus and all. Right.
Well, I got 18 dex, so.
And do you know the target, or have I got to figure out the target?
I know. Just roll.
Okay, cool.
It would be quite strange if all didn't know the target.
Yeah. All right.
No, I know. I just want to know what I'm supposed to do.
Well, I mean, I don't always remember your armor classes and Thacos and stuff, so that's. But no, this is different. All right. There's suddenly some rustling and bursting forth from the ground all around you. Large spider-like creatures come crawling out, coming towards you with clear intent on making you dinner.
Oh dear.
All right, let's go ahead and pull open the turn order.
Have I got a me somewhere I can click on?
Oh yeah, give me a second. Did I not bring you over to the? I did not bring you over to the forest. Whoops. My bad.
That's all right.
That's
all right.
Oh dear.
They look big.
Yeah, they're pretty large.
Oh, are we surrounded?
At least three. I see three.
Horseshoe formation kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Finn can see 4 from where he's at, so.
You can go back the way you came.
Right. Throwing axe, I think.
Is the fourth one of Finn you see in here or here?
If you can't see it, you can't get him to tell you. And we got rerolls for everyone from Anghammarand for April Fool's Day.
Everyone. Wow, that's generous.
Thanks you, Anghammarand.
Thank you, Anghammarand.
So, do
You've
you
been
want us to
giving
roll initiative?
Yes, please. Initiative.
Is it surprised
Hmm.
initiative or?
Ooh.
It's a
Yeah,
surprise round, so no spell casting, but you're not. None of you were surprised.
Okay.
No
If
spell
we-
casting.
Correct.
Not in the
If-
first round.
If Hularat changes into the other sort of owl, does that mean he can fight?
Yes,
Okay.
but that would be your action if you're commanding him to change.
Okay. Got ya.
Mm,
How dense is the jungle stuff around here?
It's
Or
fairly dense.
forest?
Fairly dense underbrush.
So it's very
Uh,
easy to lose a dagger if you decide to throw one.
Yes.
well, if it's magic, detect magic might help you find
well.
it. Fighting defensively was 3.
Luckily for Braxon, he has an Australian axe.
Yeah, I don't think mine comes back somehow. I've not tried it, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think Finn's just gonna pull out his mace and shield.
Yeah, Lafdul's fighting defensively in the first round. He is maybe moving slightly.
All right.
I am fighting with short sword and shield.
All right. Everyone has rolled. Braxon, you're up first.
Okay. Right. Which one do I go for? Will we go into the right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Then I guess
Because Finn was in the lead.
Braxton. Yeah, I guess Braxton will target that one. It won't ping. Yes, it will ping.
Okay.
Roll d20 plus. Where is it? Sorry.
You can always just roll and then figure out
Yeah,
the plus
okay.
afterwards.
Oh, are the
Okay.
people affected by their things still affected?
Yeah.
I mean, am I still wretched?
Oh yeah, that's true. So I'm getting -2 and a +2, so it cancels out. And
I
a
think
5's
I had a
going to be a
-2
miss.
to attack if I could. Ooh.
Yeah.
Is the hay fever -2 or -1?
Those who are affected by the atmosphere is -1.
Oh, sorry.
Lafdul is
Right.
-2.
I'm
Yeah,
still getting.
I wretched.
I'm getting +1 then.
What is your Thaco, Braxon?
Thaco is 11 with that.
All right. That
Sorry.
is.
Sorry. Wrong one. Where the hell is the exit returning? Sorry, Thaco's 13.
All right. That is a miss.
3. Yeah.
All right. Leva.
Leva was going to use her wand of magic missiles on the one in the north,
Okay.
but I'm totally distracted right now. Sorry.
That's fine.
It's
2d4
2
plus
missiles, and what's the roll again for the damage?
2d4 plus 2.
Thank you.
All right, pull out your wand, point it at that thing, and 2 missiles streak out and hit its glistening blue carapace, and 7 points of damage. All right. It recoils from that in pain and annoyance. Solas.
Solas is fighting defensively.
Okay, do you want to move?
I will reposition myself to here.
Okay. Lafdul.
I was fighting defensively. I'm repositioning to here.
Okay. Finn.
Leva almost open.
Hmm.
Are you muted, Finn?
Yeah, Finn will just I think Finn's gonna stay where he is for the moment.
Okay. All right. Ockar, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to let me see. I'm going to go for this one down here and stab it with my long spear.
Okay.
We don't have anything like blessed or anything, so just normal dice.
Yep.
That's it.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's a hit.
large.
Yep.
So it's gonna be 3d6 plus 4.
All right. You stab into it, letting some ichor spray down on the ground. 12 points of damage. And it does not look very happy. In fact, it is going to attack you back. Let's see. Okay. However, it does not want to be stabbed by your spear, so it is having trouble getting around you, around that to bite you, and is not able to hit. This spider to the north, having been hit by Leva, sees an opening.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
It comes in and bites at Leva.
Thing is, I thought it was just an unintelligent creature just going to go for the first thing that's in range.
They
Turns
do have
out
animal intelligence.
it might not be. That is going to be a hit.
Oh.
1 point of damage, Leva, and I need a saving throw versus poison.
I guess she's poisoned now.
Yes, yep, that is a failure. You feel your heart seize up and you drop to the ground.
Bye bye, world.
This
Welcome back to D&D level.
spider moves in. You can set yourself to 0 hit points because that's functionally where you are right now.
Oh, so she's dead?
No,
It will
she's
be next round.
0.
All right, the spider moves in to attack Finn. It misses. And this one also moves in to attack Finn.
Ouch.
And it misses. All right. Any second attacks?
No.
All right. Next round.
Because I was fighting defensively, could I mention something to Solas?
Yeah.
I'll say, can you take care of her, or shall I?
Yeah, I was planning on taking care of Leva. Fixing the damage you unintentionally caused.
Levi's going,
Poison. That one. So much fun.
Is it changing target, or now that it seems happy with taking one out?
I'm sorry?
Does it seem to be relenting in its attack, or is it going for someone else?
You're not sure yet.
Sorry.
All right, no, no.
do we know, did Lafdul say something just before Leva fell over?
Oh, hang
was
on.
he the reason that that Leva was attacked? Yes, he was. I was distracted, you see, otherwise I would have noticed before.
Yeah, he made a...
Once again, Lafdul. Once again.
Lafdul made the hole big enough for the spider to target you.
Yes.
Before you reordered a turn, Ord, was I supposed to have a -1 all initiative penalty?
No.
Okay, cool.
2 hit points. 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 Still waiting on initiatives from basically everyone, almost everyone else.
Yeah, I didn't know.
People are trying to decide how they want to die.
Yeah, but gotta hurry. Gotta hurry.
Actually, I'm deciding how I'm trying to keep people alive.
I just know that I'm gonna be fighting a whole lot here.
All right.
And
Lafdul's
I-
reluctantly meleeing.
I'm just hoping that my poison immunity will protect me from the stuff.
Hey, I mean, it's reasonable hope. All right, Lafdul, you're up first.
He curses in Elvish and he's like, I shouldn't have done that. And he goes off and stabs the creature. If he hits.
Yeah. You might want to roll the
Is it
2-hit.
magically enchanted or regular?
It's just a normal enemy. Thaco?
I think it's 13, I think. I just need to double check. I'm reasonably certain it's 13. Short sword. Oh, it's 12.
That's it.
Oh, well, there's damage.
All right, 6 points of damage. All right. Braxon, your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to get +3 with this instead of +4.
You're attacking the one that moved in?
Yeah, Braxton's going to attack the one that's trying to get onto Lever.
All right.
And he's going to try it because he wants to force it off of Lever or kill it. And he is also going to attempt... That might hit.
It's a critical hit.
He's also going to attempt to shout in spider language if he can use that ring to focus his mind on talking to spiders.
That would need to be that would need to be an action.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So he can't do that.
No.
That's cool.
I was worried that you were going to say that you were going to try and mount the spider.
No, he's not going to mount the spider.
So
Mount everything, though.
that's double
Braxton
damage dice.
Braxton does not mount everything.
You sure not Patel's not the mount in the way, not the path in the way?
Stop making fan fiction. So does the +5 change into a +4?
No, your damage is not modified, just attack rolls.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
All right, 13 points of damage. You have avenged Leva as you sink your axe into its carapace and into its head. It collapses down. It did look like it was going to try to drag her body away to its den.
Okay.
That would have been something.
Ockar, your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to finish this thing off with my spear.
All right. That's a hit. And that is a kill. You stab into its body with your spear. It falls back, its legs curling up underneath it. And you can direct your attention elsewhere now. Solas.
Yeah, let's stop at the poison doing any more damage in Leva, casting neutralize poison.
Okay. So, Leva, you did not go unconscious, so you do not lose your spells. You are at 1 hit point, however.
There goes that 4th level spell.
Leva says, thank you. Looks around, and if looks could kill, laughter would be a piece of a little bit of ash on the ground.
Wow. All right, Finn, your turn.
I mean, you could always make that happen with a fireball.
All right. Finn
Nah,
will
Leva is not that bad.
Sorry, Finn.
Finn,
Yeah.
Finn will swing at the more northward one.
All right, you're using your mace?
Yep.
Okay.
And it's normally +3, so I'll get a +2 here.
That is a hit.
And it's +3 to damage, and these are large, so I only get the 1d6. Helps if I'm typing in the right window.
A little bit. All right, 5 points of damage. All right, the two spiders both attack you, Finn. And what is your armor class?
Since I have the shield out, it would be a 0.
All right, they do both miss. All right. Any second attacks?
Not this round.
Ockar,
Okay.
you get a second attack with the spear, right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna move to there and I'm gonna stab this one.
Okay. That's a hit. Alright, you stab into it, giving it a grievous wound. Helps if I put in the correct number. There we go. Alright, next round initiative. Go ahead and roll.
Was Lever on the ground and needs the round to get up?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
I mean, you could do something from the ground, too.
Yeah, spellcasting can be
She
done.
looks. She looks at Lafdul.
No, generally you need to be standing for spellcasting, but like a wand could be done from the ground.
You do realise it wasn't Lafdul that bit you.
Yeah, but Lafdul made the
Things like
opening.
this. Things like these are a bit confused, you know. After all, she was unconscious for a moment.
Yeah.
Did you set your hit points to 1, Leva? Because I'm still seeing you at...
Yeah, she's that one of mine.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, just a sliver of green on my screen.
That is odd.
Yes, I did.
I had that
Okay.
last game. It wouldn't update.
Yeah, it's usually... Okay.
I had that a few times.
I'm going to see if I drag your character token out again. That fixes it. Yeah, that does. Alright.
Now there's 2 levels.
Yeah.
Yes. Which one is the right one? Bing.
There you
Can
go.
you control multiple of yourself? I
Yeah.
mean, if you have multiple.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh, wait. That's... I don't actually know. The Wand of Paralyzation. What's that, the initiative for that? 3, I
3.
think.
Yeah.
All right. That's what she does. Where is she?
Time to paralyze Lafdul.
Yeah.
No,
She
that's
just-
an idea. She didn't even think of that, but now...
Okay. Anyone still need to roll initiative? That sounds like a no. Alright. Solas, you're up first.
I'm casting magic missile on the one that Finn hit.
Okay.
And it's 5 missiles.
Come on, 1.
Oh, nice.
Oh, game gave me no 1s. Alright, your 5 missiles streak out of your fingers and blast into its carapace. It is still up, but that was a pretty nasty blow for it. Lafdul, your turn.
He jumps on the corpse, goes around Braxon, goes around there and tries to scramble up to stab that one in one of the legs.
Okay.
Yeah, 12.
That's a hit.
The 8 plus 2.
Alright, 5 points of damage. You go for a leg, but as it's maneuvering around to try to bite at Finn around his shield, you do manage to get your short sword into its abdomen, and it collapses down, its legs curling up as it dies. Braxon, your turn.
Braxton's going to move around Finn and put himself between Lever and this spider, and then clobber it with his axe. And I'm doing 3 instead of 4. Thaco is 11. So
That's a hit.
probably a miss. That's a hit.
Mhm.
Okay.
They don't have that great AC.
Okay. 8.
They just have deadly poison.
Thankfully, I had one.
Hang on. Sorry. That's not plus 55.
That's a lot of damage.
That's
Brad.
yeah,
It
it's
works
a
out.
little bit
be
off.
8.
Just 8. All right. You chop into it with your axe, and it collapses down dead as its legs curl up.
Damn, I've got a
Optimized.
second attack.
I cast 2 cure moderate wounds on Leva.
Thank you. That's probably 2 times 1 point. Not quite.
Yep,
14 points
14.
more. And I will cast 1 cure light wounds to top her off. $21 altogether.
That's pretty good.
Not bad.
Finn will
That
add,
feels a
Finn
lot
will add
better.
in a cure moderate ones.
Don't. She only needs one single point.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it update in time.
All right. So the spider creatures are dead. They're pretty clearly spiders of some sort.
Braxton's going to tell Hulurat to look out for other spiders and also to be wary of flying into webs.
Well, these actually came from the ground, so they are obviously some sort of like burrowing or
Right.
trapdoor type spiders as opposed to web spiders.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we would have noticed if there were that much webs on the above us.
Yeah.
Do they have
well-
the anatomy for webbing?
So Finn will start examining one.
All right. They definitely
Usually-
can. They definitely can wrap up creatures in webbing. You'd guess that was probably what they were going to do to Leva once they got it down into the.
Some of the trapdoor spiders and the like usually leave web strands on the ground to basically notify if there's prey on the area. So we might as well check if there's if we can see those on the ground.
So Finn,
They're extremely difficult to find, but Finn does detect some.
do you think they'll have treasure under the ground or just bones?
I mean, we might as well check.
You can check one, but I doubt they're going to have anything that
Okay.
amazing. If you can even find their lair.
You can see them, yeah.
Okay.
You can see their
Braxon.
burrows.
Solas tries to harvest bit of their carapace to see if they have also that crystalline thing in their carapace.
They do not. It looks like it's just blue to better camouflage and match the environment here.
Okay.
Finn will also turn to Lafdul and ask if he wants to try to get the venom sacs.
That's useful.
Since I know you like collecting poisons.
Could you try to make antidote with the poison?
Well, that's his business.
Wow. I mean, if there's enough of the poison, yeah. You generally need to know how it works.
Do you have anything
Oh,
to
yeah,
collect
that's
venom in?
Yeah. I've got glass vials. I've got so many glass vials.
But do you have them with you, considering that you don't have your...
Yeah, it's one of the few things I would take.
All right.
I don't have very... potion-wise, that would be another story, because I would have to have thought of what I would have taken with me. Not very many, because I know I'm close to being like the medium encumbrance.
All right, this one was just stabbed by Ockar in the abdomen, so this is the one that's going to be the best to get to try to collect anything from, venom-wise. Some of the others got hacked in the head by Braxon, so.
Why is it Braxon's fault?
I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just saying that you're hacking with an axe. It's a big difference.
Well, since Finn could spot one of their layers, we could check that while Lafdul collects the poison.
Braxton's going to be using his spear to try and check the lair in case there's more spiders in the ground.
Okay. So Braxon and Solas, you go in.
Yeah, Solas will suggest using the lantern to light it.
Okay. It's not particularly deep, and there are carcasses wrapped up in spider silk. Also some bones and stuff like that, but you'd guess that since there aren't a huge number of them or anything like that, you'd guess that it does periodically clean out its nest. You do not find anything of value in there, though.
So are any of the carcasses?
Hold on, Braxon.
Are any of the carcasses like an animal that might still be alive?
No, they're all dead.
Okay, because if there was a cool Finn, might want to let him go. He's going to say, "Do you think we can get the silk off of this?"
I mean, there's possibly some silk we could harvest, and spider silk is a spell ingredient.
You get for your web spell, don't you?
Yeah, among other things.
You could collect some for spell components. You really couldn't collect enough for any other use, like
for spell slash potentially potion slash scroll ink uses. Yes, I would think that part of if I were to make a web scroll, would use spider silk.
Yeah, definitely. But not necessarily from one of these creatures, though. So
not necessarily, but still.
I will mention to Solas, we should probably see if we can find an alternate recipe for neutralize poison. That spider venom from a Medusa doesn't seem like that's going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah. Of the corpses, there are the corpses. Are there just animal corpses, or is there anything that would even remotely resemble humanoid?
You'd have to cut them open if you're willing to do that.
Solas will do that.
All right. No, nothing humanoid. The two big ones are kind of bipedal deer-like creatures, although they're covered in scales.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of or more of like the kind of pebbly hide of like a Gila monster type thing.
Yeah.
Blue, of course.
Do they molt or rot away?
Hold on, Lafdul, yeah?
Do they wilt or rot or molt or anything? Do they deteriorate?
The spiders or
the scales, whatever Solas was finding.
Well, so what he's finding is, I mean, it's like pebbly skin as opposed to like overlapping scales, is what I should have said. And it's like the corpses are desiccated; they've been drained.
Mm-hmm.
To various degrees, so they're very dry.
Well, Solas does as much studying on the corpses as he can with the healing proficiency to understand what kind of creatures they might have been.
I mean,
they seem kind of like a cross between reptiles and mammals.
Yeah.
Lafdul's going to be doing notes after he got the venom, because he writes stuff about venoms from all the creatures he finds.
All right, so I think you could probably spend about 20 minutes, resting, checking your wounds, checking out the burrow, Lafdul collecting a vial of poison venom.
Solas also checks on Leva's mental well-being, since that might have been quite harrowing experience to feel that poison.
Yes, it's very bad. But it's okay. She'll survive.
Ah, good.
Yeah, no,
As
yet
long as
another
me or
time I'm glad
Solas or
I
Finn's alive.
She's seen
Yeah.
worse than that. She's experienced worse than that.
Well, you've died twice.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, but
But, you know, being dead doesn't hurt as much as being poisoned.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that felt like your chest was being crushed, your heart was tight, that
Yes.
kind of thing. So
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It's part of why Solas is checking if Leva is okay and not too traumatized by it.
Out of curiosity, Finn, do you have a neutralized poison? Because I have one, just in case. It's good to know for the future.
Finn stepped away for a moment.
Oh, no.
So Lafdul, you collected a vial of venom, and that's about all you could get before it, you couldn't get any more, kind of thing.
Thankfully, this time you didn't stab yourself with it.
Yeah.
Solas, with Braxon's help, you are able to collect up spider silk for, reasonable near-term casting of web spells, as well as if you can think of any uses for it, 3 uses of like magic item creation, scroll ink creation, that kind of thing of spider silk. So if something needs spider silk from a large, giant, gargantuan spider type thing, then you have 3 uses of that. And that's about all you can collect, because you're going for like fresh stuff that's clean and things like that.
Yeah, because obviously Braxton's been trying to get it off the dead creatures, but a lot of it must be like stuck to them and stuff.
Yeah, and it's old. Either could be days, could be weeks old, that kind of thing. So.
Yeah, I put down. I have 3 uses for a scroll or potion creation, gargantuan spider silk.
Okay.
I am writing notes about the poison's efficacy, studying, getting notes off Solas, who has been a first-hand witness account of what happened to Leva. And I will probably sheepishly asking Leva, like, how are you feeling? I can't imagine that was a good experience. It's not like I'm laughing, laughter wasn't.
Leva sort of looks at Lafdul and thinks, should I try my almost finished spell on him, test it out? Beta test the spell? Do we beta test spells?
Braxton's going to say to Finn, this may be a silly question, but if we were to pick up one of those newly dead spiders and squeeze it like a set of bagpipes, would we be able to get some silk out of it?
No, you would not. That is not how that works.
Spiders don't store silk inside them. It's chemicals that they mix to create it.
Okay.
Yeah, they create it's working. It's creating on the job, you see.
Yeah.
Right.
They couldn't produce as much silk if it was just a silk inside them.
So maybe some sort of spider necromancy would let you get some silk out of a spider.
If you had an anatomy, you probably could. Well, I don't know actually now.
All right, so you get underway again and continue to explore. After about another half hour, you do find a little meadow, and there's some tubers growing there.
Yeah. Question, just for my notes. It's the same. Would I realize enough that it's the same type of lethal poison that other? Because I've got a giant spider venom in my notes that had a type F. This is also a type F.
It's similar. I don't have it written down. I just have the details written down.
No, that's what I'm writing in my book attacks. Poison, so.
Right, I'm just saying that it's certainly
Alright.
similar. Like minor details maybe different. I don't remember if it's type F.
But at least it wasn't one of those instant death poisons.
Well, they're supposed to be instant death, but that gives the players no chance to react. I suppose you're. What's the official ruling? You're supposed to have neutralized poison cast on that round in preparation for someone to fall down. In the same round.
The official ruling is technically that I think they're dead. Dead. I don't think that there's really much that you can do to prevent someone who gets poisoned by something that is instantaneous onset with death as the effect. But it does then kind of make neutralized poison only useful against non-instantly lethal poisons.
And also neutralized poison is not an instant cast line like slow poison and hold poison. That's a slower spell.
Well, it's higher level, so.
It's 4th level spell. Which means that I can't cast it anymore until we get back to Crystal Sphere.
How far are we into our 4 hours of exploring?
So you'd gone an hour when you encountered the spiders, and then you searched and rested for 20 minutes, and then another half hour you continued on and found a meadow area with some tubers.
Yeah. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, I think we should test if these tubers are edible.
Alright.
If they are, they would be good supplement.
Finn, are you back? Alright, no, he's not. Alright.
Yeah, I am.
You are.
Literally just sat down.
Just sat down. Okay. Give me a wisdom check at half your score as you take a look at those tubers. Yeah, these are edible. They're kind of similar to sugar beets, so they'd be really useful for enhancing some like more sweet type things that you want to make.
Do these have a crystalline skin or anything like that?
They're definitely an unusual form of tuber, but the plants, the leaf parts, they do, but the tubers themselves do not. They're pretty standard.
Yeah, we should harvest these and get our crew harvest these.
Yeah, you can definitely collect up enough, and with these, like a little bit goes a long way.
Yeah, since they are mostly used to sweeten the things and make things more tastier.
Question? There's this blue stuff. There's no metal at all involved, so there are no sparks anywhere.
Not that you're seeing. Not that you've noticed.
It's the mostly what we've seen. It's that it's crystalline. From the samples that we've so far witnessed. Solas has been gathering plant samples of different kinds to later on try and find out what the crystalline substance is.
I'm just, when someone suffocates in a phlogiston or dies of foul air or whatever, they just petrify, don't they? They don't die.
Yeah.
Do they take on like a crystalline-like form or?
Stony form.
Yeah.
Leva, you have alchemy as a proficiency?
I also have alchemy.
All right. Well, Leva is one that asked, so I'm going to have her roll an alchemy check.
Okay, just a second.
Okay. You would guess that there's probably a higher, in addition to other things, there might be a higher copper content in this world. Like there's more copper in the soil and stuff like that all these plants have absorbed.
So just as a question, then we're still in the Floodistan, aren't we?
Yeah.
So if we manage to make a spark or anything, what will happen?
Well, the spark would blow up, but it wouldn't be a gigantic explosion. A spark would only get you like about a foot across. But just because these things just because there's there's iron in you, and that doesn't spark.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I'm not blue.
No, but your blood is red because of iron. So.
Yeah.
So no, it just is like one of those things where and mentioning that to the rest of the party, Solas with his newly working on mining proficiency doesn't have it yet, but he might suppose that you could get a lot of copper out of this planet if you mined it, but it's hard to say as well.
Yeah, you would have to do prospecting since the copper might just be not in such way that it is good to gather.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so you gather up what you can of the tubers, and you'd mark the area so that if you decide to send crew here, or you could always just hover over it with one of the ships and climb down ladders and use buckets to haul up stuff for like an hour kind of thing. But Finn could find his way back here, and you guys want to continue searching around, or what?
Yeah, we decided on 4 hours, so let's keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, agreed.
Would Braxon be able to look for anything? There's these crystalline things. Would Braxon be able to look for anything like that and see if it could possibly be used as like an arrowhead?
No, it's not. It's more of it's not fully crystal.
Right, got you. Okay. So it's just like crusty stuff rather than anything useful.
Yeah, and it reminds you a lot of the wings of elven ships.
Yeah.
All right. So you continue on, and you come to an area that's a bit swampier, but it does have a pretty good. It does has a number of large, tall grain plants that you could probably
cattails or bulrush,
something like that. But you could definitely take the grain and grind it up into like a porridge type thing, a cold porridge, like something that doesn't need to be cooked.
So edible grain.
Yeah. So you do find some edible grain, and like Finn doesn't even need to check for that. It's just pretty obvious that that's edible grain.
Leva has cooking too.
Right, but he's a druid.
He's a lot better than that. Yes.
Well, but he's using his druid knowledge, not cooking knowledge.
Leva looks jealous.
Like cooking is primarily about how to prepare things, not whether they're actually going to be edible in the first place.
Yes, wasn't that the case with the fish?
Yeah. As you are examining this this wetland area, there is a bit of a sloshing sound, and you quickly look in a direction, and some of the plants appear to be moving, and they're rising up into a large mobile mounds. Oh yeah.
Mounds.
Oh yeah.
The suffocating kind. I'm swapping rings.
That's gonna be your action if that's what you're doing.
Yeah, but I also regenerate, so I'm not fussed if I suffocate. I mean, it's kind of like a passing hobby for me these days.
So they are moving in, not super fast. Like if you wanted to turn tail and run, you probably could. But they definitely have intent towards you. And you would guess that you have violated their territory.
Can
And
can Leva grab Lafdul at the neck so he can't run away?
You can try.
This is the area where we found the grain. If we want to harvest the grain, we would have to kill this.
Oh dear.
So
I'm
everyone,
guessing.
yeah, this is not a surprise round. So you can cast spells if you want to, but everyone needs to decide what they're doing and roll some initiative.
Am I still nauseated?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, if I was one who got poisoned, at least I would have had the neutralized poison that may have got rid of that.
Seeing that
It's
these
I
like
are
almost like a
know.
bright side.
I
Seeing
don't
that
know
these
if
are-
you could have.
Sorry, yeah, Finn?
seeing that these are vegetation, Finn's going to pull out his scimitar instead of the mace.
Okay.
Also,
Hey.
Lafdul, I do know if you could have casted neutralized poison and at yourself when you were poisoned.
No, he means if he had been poisoned, you
You
would have
did
been
on
casting
me.
neutralized poison
Ah.
on him, and that might have taken care of his nausea.
Yeah. Well, then you shouldn't have moved.
See, Lafdul's got all these spells, but he's got
Well, hurry up and decide what you're doing.
I'm fighting defensively.
Okay. Then roll initiative.
I'm not moving this time.
All right, Solas, you're up first.
Yeah, I'm casting magic missile
All right.
At the darkness.
on the one that is coming from the north.
This one up here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's almost like you doubt Lafdul's intentions now. It's like lost faith.
All right. 5 missiles streak out of your fingers and slam into the wet, ambling mound of this creature. It stumbles back and then starts coming with renewed anger. Lafdul, your turn.
Lafdul holds his ground, but he looks back. Maybe we should part the ways and let this shambling mound come to Solas. But Lafdul stands his ground, grumbling to himself,
All right, Ockar.
preparing for the worst.
Yeah, so I'm going to charge up at this one and stab it.
Okay.
Do we have... And I don't have any buffs on me right now, do I?
Nope.
Okay.
All right. What is your Thaco?
With the long spear? Give me a second to bring up my sheets. It is currently 7.
All right, that is a hit.
The thing with the buffs, Ockar, is that since we are in Phlogiston, getting those buffs back after casting them is really hard.
I mean, I have the buff spells, the first and second level spells, but when I don't get in melee, people die. Looks at Leva.
All right, Ockar, you stab into the wet mass with your spear, and the force of your thrust is quickly drained away by the thick mass of plant matter. Leva, your turn.
Leva is casting magic missiles too. This time the spell, not the wand.
All right.
Level variation.
Yep, got 5 missiles.
5 missiles. Okay, let me see.
So level 9 you could go with.
Five.
All right, and which were you
5.
targeting?
The one at in the north. That's That looks to her to be the most dangerous one. Like
Alright.
the spider was, but dangerous.
Alright, so
5,
that
10,
one.
12, and 6 is 18.
Alright. Your missiles streak out and slam into it, and it collapses back, falling on the ground as the plant matter kind of makes a slurpy sploot sound as it all falls apart and collapses. Braxon, your turn.
Okay, so Braxon takes his throwing axe, looks at the one at the north. A bunch of magic missiles go into it. Then Ockar runs out, and then a bunch of other magic missiles go into it, and it falls over. So he then looks at the one over here, and throws his throwing axe at that one instead.
Okay.
Oh, that might be a miss.
That is a miss.
Yeah, 13 Theko.
Alright, Finn, your turn.
All right. Then I'll go up and take a swing at this one.
Okay.
And +2, and I have still the -1, so +1.
That goes 16?
Yep.
That's a hit. So you slash into it with your scimitar, causing vines and plants to separate. But your blow is clearly impeded by all this plant matter. Alright, and that one facing you, Finn, tries to pummel you with 2 big vine-covered limbs of plant matter.
And I am using my shield.
It misses you. Second one advances down to Braxon, seeing him not wielding a melee weapon. Thinks that you're a pretty good target. And that is 1 hit for... So you managed to dodge one of its big fists, but it slams into you with the other one for 9 points of damage. Alright, any second attacks?
No, not this round.
Alright, next round initiative. Go ahead and decide what you're doing and give me some rolls.
I've just realised Braxton wouldn't have been wearing a language ring because it stops him having that life-stealing thing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Right. Guess it's time for... It's button 2 time.
Alright, let's see. Alright, still rating on some initiative.
Oh. You're waiting for me. I'll handle that right now.
And Leva as well.
Yes, Leva has a problem what he wants to do.
Oh, hurry up and decide.
She will take a time out. I really have no idea.
Alright, just set yourself to 99 then.
Okay.
Alright. Okay. Lafdul, you're up first.
He dramatically gets in the way in front of Lava. You know, this is the point of overemphasis. And the dramatically stabs and says, "You shall not have her." You know, some kind of terrible role playing.
Leva sort of thinks, what would happen if I push him?
Wow.
It's a good thing we're streaming because I would have just said something. Probably not conducive to streaming. At
What
least
is
not
your
non-stop.
Thaco?
12.
That's a hit.
Right, if it's a magical creature,
It is not.
plus on the large.
Yeah. All right. You stab into it with your short sword. The blow clearly diminished by your by its
piercing
massive
does nothing.
plant matter. Finn, your turn.
All right, take another swing at it.
Ah, I thought that was
That's a
going to be
no.
a 20. That is a miss. Ockar, your turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna charge in at this one.
Okay.
Bearing down at it with my spear.
That is a hit. Okay. Once again, stab into the massive soft plant matter with your spear. Braxon, your turn.
Okay. I guess Braxon's gonna hit the one that's trying to kill him.
I mean, I
That
guess you
would
could do that.
That might make sense. And I'm doing plus
Try
3
to
instead
mount
of
it.
plus 4. No, I'm not doing plus 33. Hang on. That's probably a miss.
Nice job, Thaco.
Thaco's 11.
That is a miss.
Yeah, I thought it might be.
Solas.
Can I reposition in a way that my spell won't hit party members?
What are you casting, and where do you want to position yourself?
Lands of Disruption, and I was planning on about here.
You could go like right here.
Okay. And it won't hit Braxon?
No.
Okay. Lands of Disruption to this one.
Okay.
And let's see, it's
It gets a saving throw
5d4
versus
plus
spell, right? For half damage?
Yeah, for half. And it's 5d4 plus 2 points per level, so 5d4 plus 20. That's a decent one.
Okay. And that is concussive force, correct?
Yes.
Okay. The concussive force streaks out, striking it, and it seems unaffected by it as its soft plant matter just kind of like ripples under the pressure from this force.
Well, that's out. That's me out.
All right. And the one facing Ockar and Finn is going to attack Finn again. Try to bring its two fists upon him. And those are both misses. And the one attacking Braxon. 2 hits.
2 hits.
Yep.
Nice.
All right, first attack. 3 points of damage from the first hit.
Okay.
And the second hit, 10 points of damage.
10 points. You're saving the best till last.
I really am.
Yeah,
You want to know why? You want to know why?
Last is critical.
Oh, no. The last one isn't critical. But in addition to that, with the second one striking you, it wraps its plant arms around you and pulls you into its plant matter body, and you find yourself having a very hard time breathing.
Okay. All right. I should be asking you whether I can do a certain thing next round.
Yes, if you want to try to break free.
Oh, no.
No? All right, if it's something else. All right. Okay. Let's see. Ockar, you getting
I
a
don't
second
know whether
attack?
to whisper to you or not.
Yes, I do.
All right.
That goes 7.
That is a hit. All right. Once again, you stab into it with your spear. The soft plant matter definitely is cushioning the blow from it, but does slide in. All right, next round initiative. Anyone else getting a second attack?
Not this round.
Okay. So next round initiative, go ahead and roll. And Braxon, what do you want to try to do? You can whisper it to me if you want to keep this quiet.
Oh, I don't know. Someone's probably going to tell me I'm an idiot, but Braxon wants to press button 1.
It might work.
So basically, he
What
wants
does
to
that do?
activates the flaming sword mode inside this thing.
Oh no.
I think Blair will take a few steps
All right.
back.
No, you guys won't
don't
know what he's doing. That's it's going to be a 3.
That's going to be a 3.
Yep.
Right, okay.
It's a good thing Lafdul wasn't trying to reach for you, because he might have just accidentally put his ring of regeneration in harm's way.
Well, I know last time Braxon did this, it went bang.
Yeah, it does go
and
back. I mean,
hopefully it won't damage the weapon. But I'm hoping it'll make the thing spit Braxon out, at the very least.
Depends a
No,
bit how
Lafdul's-
wet it is.
All right, anyone still need to roll initiative?
Oh, I do.
All right.
This might be the end of the stick of many buttons.
Hey, Braxon's going first. All
Yeah.
right, so you have been pulled into the plant matter, and so you press the button 1, changing your Rod of Lordly Might into a flaming sword,
Yeah.
and there is an explosion. I am going to need an item saving throw for your weapon.
Yeah. I thought I would. Right.
You've got rerolls.
You do have rerolls.
Yeah, I'll use the
I'd
reroll.
suggest you
Please.
use them.
I'll use reroll. What's that? 2d20s.
To be fair, magical longsword plus, wow, not longsword. So it saves us like a +4, doesn't it?
Right. I don't know what it has to get to save.
I get 10 +4.
Do I give it any bonuses?
You do, but it gets a bonus. Cannibal has dropped in 1,500 bits, which is 3 rerolls for people, and Braxon did use his. Who do you want to give those rerolls to, Cannibal? Meanwhile, Braxon, the thing does not let you go.
Okay.
And the explosion is very well dampened by the very wet plant matter body in front of you.
Okay.
And let's see.
And then the sword stops doing the sword thing from what I remember last time.
Yeah, it immediately returns to rod form. And
Would you know that they're immune to fire? Because
he does not. He does not know that they're immune to fire if he's doing this.
No,
he did it.
Plus he's thinking it's going to explode. He's not thinking he's going to set it on fire. He's going to think, this thing's grabbed him. It's going to go bang, and it's gonna not like not like eating things that go bang. It's probably going to go bang on Braxon as well.
Braxon, 19 points of damage, no saving throw.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything of Braxon exposed?
Yeah, basically his back. Like his face and front has been pulled into it. He hasn't been completely, fully engulfed.
I'm hoping the explosive force did something to the thing.
And the fire rolls out back around Braxon, so I need a saving throw from Lafdul, Leva, and Solas.
Does
Thank you, Braxon.
I think Braxon should be forbidden any contact with other
flames?
creatures and with fire.
You know
I
what's
think he
funny?
should give up his rod.
Which saving throw?
Saving throw versus spell.
Spell.
Yeah.
Spell.
Does my armor help in this
Yes.
case, as it is an encompassing effect?
Yeah.
All right. Target. I am using a reroll on this.
Whew. Ah, gosh.
1d20 plus 2, and a reroll for mine. So that one and that one. Oh, I am glad I did a reroll. So my target is 11.
All right. So Lafdul has used a reroll.
By
And
the way, old cannibal said that you decide.
yes,
for the...
I did see that. And I just wanted to get through this first. All right. So what that's going to mean is that I was going to do half damage if you failed, no damage if you succeed, but you all got to move one tile away from Braxon as you are like diving out of this blast. And this
Yes,
that
What I
does
would
disrupt
basically do
spells.
here.
she didn't want to do a spell.
If you were casting a spell, that does disrupt the spell.
Yeah, I was.
Wasn't casting.
And then, so Cannibal has allowed me to decide who gets the rerolls. Lafdul, since he just used one. Braxon, since he just used one.
thank you.
And I'll take the other one for myself, because I'm greedy. Thank you very much.
Yay.
All right, so, yeah, the thing did not let you go, Braxon, either.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's good times.
I might try and press another button next round then.
Okay.
You tried ladder it.
All right, Lafdul, your turn.
All right, Lafdul is shouting as loudly as he can, and he says, "Don't do that again." Braxon might hear that, but I am shouting loud.
You're
right.
actually
No,
going closer?
Yeah, I'm going
Again?
back. I'm trying to get him out
Okay.
with my measly D6 damage. It does nothing.
No.
That goes
D8, D8.
All right, D8.
They're large. All right, so you
1d8.
stab it. Yep, you do hit it.
Oh,
Hey,
this
nice.
is better.
It is very soft, so that definitely slowed down your thrust though.
Lafdul
Leva.
also shouts out the thing. Got any weed killer?
Leva says, got an insecticide, but I don't think that helps. Leva doesn't actually know whether she wants to help Braxon anymore.
You can skip your turn if that's what you want. It's fine.
No. She was going to cast to throw her a star from her robe.
Okay.
And that is, first of all, to see, and she's using a reroll for that.
All right.
She wants to hit it, but last time she did that, she didn't hit it with either.
Well, you do have 4
what is it?
rerolls, so that's fine. Like, you've got a lot stored up.
Well, I didn't want to use more than 2.
Oof.
See, I knew it.
Oof. Yeah.
And
yep.
her, do you even need to know her THAC0?
No, I don't.
Oh, the wizard.
A 5 is a miss. 5 is definitely a miss. Oh, that's good. That's good. All right. Now it is the turn of the one facing Finn. He is attacking Finn again.
Become one with nature, Druid.
Yeah, even combined, that was a miss. Zealand. That's a thing. All right. It misses Finn. It does not need to roll to hit you, Braxon. So it is going to hit you once and hit attack Lafdul.
Okay.
12 points of damage, Braxon.
Okay. Still around.
And it hits you, Lafdul. for 8 points of damage.
Yeah, actually, hear me. Well, I've got him weakened right now. 8.
8 points of damage, yes. All right, Finn, your turn.
All right. And that'll do that.
Yep, that's a miss. Solas.
Yeah, I was casting a spell, but that's gone.
All right, that's been disrupted. Ockar, your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab at this thing with my spear again.
All right.
Yeah, pretty sure that hits.
Oh, yeah. Yep, that is a hit. You've dealt some more damage to it. And it definitely looks like it's going to be going after you next round, because you have been dealing consistently more damage, and you definitely are the bigger threat now. All right. Any second attacks?
Oddly
I
enough,
get a
no.
second attack.
All right, Lafdul.
And D20.
No, Braxon, you don't get a second attack. That's a hit, though, Lafdul. All right. 6 points of damage. You stab into the soft plant matter with your sword. All right, next round initiative. Go ahead and decide what you're doing and roll.
What's the initiative modifier for the Wand of Acid Spheres?
3. Let me double check. I might be different.
Yeah, I didn't have it noted here, so that's why I ask.
Well, wands are standard initiative modifier for wands is 3, but sometimes there's ones that have different.
Yeah,
it's 3.
Yeah, there's.
Alright, I am dropping my shield and drawing out my dagger in my offhand.
Okay.
Hang on.
The flaming dagger?
No. It does have a cold effect, Old.
We're at the end of the round. We've got roll. Hang on.
Doing Blade Bane anyway.
Can I ask a question, Ald?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fast.
A spear inside this thing, is that a viable thing, or is the only viable thing to try and get out of it?
I mean, you can press the button and it will telescope out and functionally stab it.
Yeah.
The question is whether you're at a good angle to actually injure it.
Yeah.
So you will take an attack roll with penalties, because you might be at a really bad angle and it functionally does nothing to it. Otherwise, yeah, you could try to escape. You only get one chance to escape.
Could he? Right. Would his ladder assist in escaping?
No, because again, it depends. Like, it could be at the wrong angle.
I was wondering if it had leverage.
I think the ladders for breaking doors, and I think it's
but if it's pulling the creature apart as you try to scramble out of its guts,
that's not really like. That's not really gonna do it, because it's gonna be telescoping into the creature as opposed to pressing yourself out, kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go for attack.
Right.
If this don't work, and then I'll try and escape next round.
Okay, because you are suffocating. Like, you cannot breathe.
I'm suffocating.
Yeah, you cannot breathe.
Okay.
That's why I dropped my shield and decided to go 2 weapons. It doesn't matter how much damage I take.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled with the 3. If it was different, I can still change it.
Nah, it's 3.
Is it Benbar's and all that to get out?
Roll with a 3 modifier, and on your turn, I'll tell you.
Okay. All right. I'll do that then.
Okay.
That might be quite fast.
All right. Lafdul, you're up first.
His attack with short sword and dagger this time.
Alrighty.
I presume they both hits.
And what's your offhand, Thaco?
Same, because it's a +3 weapon.
So 13? Or 12?
I believe it's a 12, because my short sword
has
+1 for being an elf.
Alright. Yep, those are both hits.
1d8 plus 2. D3 plus 3.
Oh,
You didn't roll initiative, Ockar?
it's fine. Just drag me up
Alright.
above Finnel.
All right. So let's see. Lafdul 4 and 4. All right. You stab into it with both of your weapons. It is definitely not affected that much by your weapons, however. All right, Braxon, you're going to try to escape?
Yeah, please.
Yep, that is indeed a Ben Bar's lift gates.
Right, where is the Ben Bar's lift gates? Oh, it's 10%. Right. So I just roll D100.
Yep. Do you want
Do
to
I
use
have
a
to say
reroll?
whether I'm going high or low?
No, it's low. Do you want to use a reroll?
Yeah, go on. Let's use the reroll.
Okay.
It would be nice. Would be nice to not be dead from suffocating.
I mean, you know, kinda.
Yeah, I'm like. You... Wow.
Right.
Nope. You are not able to
Nope,
pull yourself
nope.
free.
You need
Okay.
like really low, like below 20 or something.
And that's the only time I can do that. So
Yeah,
it's
you get one attempt.
stabby from now. All right. Stabby time then.
All right, Leva, your turn.
Leva doesn't use his reroll this time. Ah!
Don't
See?
need to use
No
reroll when
rerolls
you
is better.
succeed.
Yes.
No reroll needed.
So let's see.
That's double damage dice.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So
What was that,
it's
44?
let's see.
It's normally 2d4 plus 5 for you, isn't it, with the stars?
Yes. That would be times 2, wasn't it?
Well, 44.
44
plus
plus
5.
5.
Oh, okay. Just a second. In that case, I did it the wrong way. 44 plus 5 I have here. For the one
wow.
that's hugging Braxon.
All right.
That's not far from max damage.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. So you pull off one of the stars and hurl it at the creature, and it strikes the being with a flash of light.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Solas, your turn.
I will move to here and use my wand of acidic spheres
Okay.
and basically attack it from behind.
Okay, let's see.
Let's see if they like acid at all.
All right. Give me an attack roll as a ball of greenish liquid streaks out from the tip of your wand.
I'm going to use reroll for this.
Okay.
Is there any modifiers?
If you have any normal modifiers for hitting with missile weapons, otherwise it's
Is that like a rear attack, or is it look in all directions?
It is a rare rear attack. Yeah.
I think I had. Let's see. No, I'm just below to have the plus from dexterity.
Okay.
Well, my attack is normally 16.
Okay. It is a rear attack. The 15 is a hit.
Good thing I used a reroll.
So that is going to be 2d4, please.
It's a Melfacid arrow damage.
All right, 7 points of damage, and that will be some additional damage for the following rounds. The ball does not splash when it strikes. It just kind of gloops and sinks into it and starts eating away at it.
Oh.
Well, that's a good damage over time attack.
All right. The shambling mound facing Finn is turning to Ockar and attacking him with both of its fists. And gets one hit. For 6 points of damage, Ockar.
Okay.
And it's going to be holding you in, Braxon, with one hand while attacking Lafdul with one hand.
I've only got an armor class of 3 anyway now, so it's 1 minus 2 from the nausea.
Yeah, it still missed.
Oh wow, it missed.
Yep. All right, Ockar, your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna stab at him again.
All right. That's a hit. All right. That is 15 points of damage. You stab into it, and it is still standing. Finn, your turn.
Well, let's see if I can actually manage a hit this time.
I mean, I
That'll do it.
guess.
Just barely.
Yeah, just you know,
It's expert pruning.
could have gone either way. So that will be
Is
double
that a
damage dice.
load-bearing tree stump or what?
All right, you stab in. Well, you slash it with your sword, and you hear a snap sound as you cut through a thick vine inside of it, and it collapses down in a mound of wet plant matter.
Maybe
That
it shouldn't
was-
have dismissed me like that.
Maybe
that was
shouldn't have,
literally
yeah.
that was literally double dice since you rolled the same number.
Yep. All right. Second attacks from anyone?
No.
All right. Next round initiative.
Okay, spear time. Pokey time.
Well, this creature's taking a lot of damage, so...
Whoa, the first one took 2 magic missiles and an Ockar to go down. So
yeah,
they
this
are
thing's taken quite a...
Yeah.
pretty
right.
They have quite a good defenses against damage.
Okay.
Hmm.
Braxton's going to find out if this thing's got any innards. He can
Oh,
I
you
think-
know pretty well whether it has innards, because you're buried in them.
yeah.
I think I had only that one reroll that I used.
You have one more.
Oh, I have one more.
Braxon is out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I better take that reroll away.
Ockar, got a initiative?
Oh, right.
A question, Old.
Yep.
Is it with this one same as with, for example, Melf's acid arrow, that there's no risk of hitting your friendly targets
Yeah.
if they are in melee?
If it misses,
Oh,
it
good.
fizzles.
Okay.
And give me 2d4, please.
Oh yeah, it takes the acid damage. Oh, that's a nice one.
All right. The acid eats away at its back, and it collapses down, pulling Braxon down with him. But in doing so, Braxon, your mouth and nose are freed to take a gasp of air.
I mean, how much Braxon really breathed in that slime inside it since he was congested?
I mean, still.
I was thinking, could you just start biting it and do like 1 point of damage so you can heal yourself, like 1?
No. No,
You start eating the plant.
You can't bite for a point of damage. It doesn't work that way.
Leverhand's Braxon a handkerchief. Do you need one?
I was thinking to put my ring of adaptation on your finger, but I only saw your back exposed.
Yeah, no, he was like and slowly sinking in too. So
It was
Brax-
basically slurping Braxon in like a slow eating of spaghetti.
yeah.
Brax is going to fight his way out the thing.
I'll help pull him out.
All right. You're now covered in slime and sludge, so you know,
Yeah.
it's fun times.
Solas examines the acid damage and thinks, says to that acid seems to work these things quite well. Pity we can't use Melf's acid arrow in here.
Is there any bushes nearby?
Plenty of bushes around, yeah.
Okay, so
You
Brax
were
is
in
going
one.
to try. Yeah. Brax is going to try and grab some leaves off of bushes and stuff and start trying to scrape the gunk off of himself.
I mean, Leva offered you handkerchief.
I think this is more than a handkerchief worth.
Yeah, a little tiny bit more, just to
We'll cast a couple of healing spells. And...
Examining the shambling mound, do these exhibit the same thing that the rest of the plants here, that it has the copper?
Yeah, so they're slightly more crystalline, and they're more blue than green. They're made up of mostly local plant life. So yeah, they're made of the same type of thing.
Yeah, so let's harvest some parts of these creatures.
Finn will also throw in a couple cure moderate wounds there.
All right. Because one thing to note is that these creatures are a plant in and of themselves, but they also are composed of other plant matter that they have taken into their body, kind of thing, their form.
Yeah. Solas will harvest some parts of them as a part of his plant samples.
Mm-hmm.
You just getting like a book and putting a plant between each page and crushing it in.
So you are in some wetlands, Braxon, so you can find some water that's, especially with Finn's help, find some water that's clean and clear and like wash your face at least.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, Braxton's prepared to like roll around on the floor or anything to get some of the worst off.
Finn will see if he can find a larger pond for us to throw Braxton into.
Hey, just get like a bunch of moss or something. Use that as like a scrub brush.
Well, there is a stream feeding the wetlands as you search around, and that is clean water, and Braxton could just like roll around in that and get a lot of it off. He'd be very wet afterwards, but
yeah, well, he won't want to get all of his kit wet, but he'll want to get the gunk off. So he'll.
I mean, you can leave the kit on the ground with us.
Yeah.
You just got to look at lava and your clothes will disappear, so it's quite convenient, really.
Leva proposes to the others that we keep Braxton away from any dangerous utensils.
I mean, we've already banned Braxon from using any of those exploding bottles.
Yeah, but we didn't take his flame thing away.
Well, it was trying to eat me, you know.
So
we saw.
You probably tried to ride it, you know, and it just.
So it was trying to eat you, and your decision was to. I'm going to grill myself for it.
Yes.
Come pre-cooked.
That or tenderize himself for it.
I thought I might be able to blow a hole in the back of it and climb out.
Seems like they don't really.
Don't care for fire.
Don't care for fire or concussive.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Since Lance of Disruption didn't do anything to it.
It was worth a go. I won't do it again next time because it didn't work.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the things Braxon does sometimes learn.
But he forgets very quickly too.
And that good thing is that killing those things will allow our crew to harvest the wild grains from here a lot safer.
So, you guys have been talking about copper. Are we going to take stuff back and smelt it down somewhere later?
I think the amounts of copper in these plants are such that it's not really usable for much except alchemical purposes.
Okay,
Or
so
spell
And I don't
purposes.
think we were going to stick around here long enough to set up
Alright.
a mining operation. So
Yeah.
So got an opinion for you, Finn. Are these plants that make copper, or is it just that there's copper in the soil?
I'm not the
Both
one who
of them.
determined the copper was there.
Oh, okay.
It seems like that they, with the specific conditions here, they can absorb the copper and use it in their growth.
Well, can we take these plants back to our base and grow like copper flowers that we melt down or something? Or
If our base was in Phlogiston, then perhaps.
Old?
Yeah.
Question?
none of,
Did Leva actually figure that out?
No, it was just a theory.
Okay.
and Finn already determined that if we take these plants out of the phlogiston, they will probably die.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can't really take the float into a crystal shell.
Right.
Yeah.
So
But the plants might have some uses for a spell and scroll research, which is
It's
why
a-
I'm gathering the plant samples.
is there something useful we can do to gather up these tubers, or we're going to try and make a clearing to come down with our ship and load them up?
The grains are here, and the tubers are a little bit further away.
Right.
Half an
Okay,
hour
sorry.
away. But like the ship could hover over for like an hour as crew comes down
Yeah.
on ladders and gathers up what they can with baskets or things like that, and
oh,
then you take what you can in that hour and go, kind of thing.
mhm.
Is it worth one of us climbing up the top of a tree so we can mark something so that it's easy to find? or-
Finn is very good
Finn
at
can find
navigating.
it.
Yeah, Finn can
Okay,
get your way
cool.
back.
And I think the tuber area and this area both are in places that the ship can basically come and hover over.
Okay, right.
So
Alright.
you've gone away from where the lake was for about 2 hours. Do you want to start circling back, take a completely different route, and work your way back, or do you want to
Yeah, I'd
go?
say
That does
so.
sound like a good plan right now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you
I would-
say?
I was
Did you
originally thinking 4 hours out and 4 hours back, but
Well, we can do that.
Well, we've had a couple fights. We've had to use up some resources. I think it's best we
All right.
get back at this
And
point.
and we
Yeah.
can basically make it so that we go. We are now about 2 hours in. We could go about 2 hours to, for example, to west, and then start heading back to our to the lake.
Well, if you just kind of like make a big circle back,
Yeah.
then you'll be covering new area.
Okay.
And finding other things. I mean, you found 2 really good locations to gather some additional food, so you'll
I
definitely get some good
suppose-
food out of this.
I suppose also there's a point that if we spend 8 hours away from the ship instead of 4 hours, that's 8 hours that we've been away from our big ship. And the faster we get back, the faster we can be harvesting the tubers and the grain.
All right, so you explore around the area just to scout around a little bit more, make sure that there isn't anything else of immediate danger that you can find, and you do not find anything. So you begin to start working your way back towards the ship on a different route, looking for other new things.
We found a lot of plant life. What about creatures?
So there
Game.
have been some larger game creatures. The problem with hunting any of them is that you'd need to preserve their meat. So you either need to dry it, which takes a long time, you need to pickle it, you need to salt it, something like that, and I don't know if you have enough of any of the things. You can do a few fish, like the fish that you got,
Yeah.
the flow fish, but is that you know,
I
it's
was just
substantially
wondering
less
about-
than what you do for like hunting here.
Are we allowed to recycle?
If we had an endless bag of salt instead of that bag of salted pig, we
Yeah, well,
would
we
do it,
scrape the
but
salt pork off.
You do,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's,
but
it's already used salt.
We
well,
just draw it out.
salt is salt. But
Yeah, but it has absorbed quite a lot from the pork already, I would think.
yeah, that is the problem. Is that it would also take. No one has said anything about like trying to prepare the salt for like large scale use of salting other meat.
So we could, but it would take ages.
Yeah, and I think that you've got you know, and again, I'm fine with you having enough to handle like a few fish, one single large game animal. Yeah, that's fine. If you guys want to hunt one of those, that's fine. You've seen a few, and I should have mentioned it. I did forget. There have been some other animals. They are very skittish and avoid you.
To be honest, I think with our inability to cook, we would probably be better off focusing on vegetarian food, because that's what we'll be able to eat in the Flodston before it goes off.
Yeah, it's not like I was actually encouraged to eat the meat. You saw what happened when I ate the fish.
Yeah. So like if we can eat fruit and vegetables, then we don't have to salt anything.
Yeah. Now, and I'll let you go in just a second, Leva. But to be fair, you did eat the fish raw. It might be okay. Fine. It might be okay if you could cook it, or if you dried it, or something like that. But
okay, that answers my question.
That answers your question. Okay.
Finn does have a pound of salt in his room, by the way.
I've got 10 pounds of salt because I use a pound per casting of.
Salting something takes quite a lot of salt.
Yeah, a lot. So
since it has to absorb all the moisture out of it,
and like the salt that you get off the salt pork can be used in non-salt pork meals for just salting purposes. And so it does get reused. Some of it, I mean, a lot of it just gets tossed overboard though as trash, garbage. Some of it is stored around for use. So you do have some. Like I said, you do like a single game animal, but not much more than that, since no one's ever said that they're specifically trying to save it and reuse it, kind of thing. So, and again, like the barrel of salt pork does not actually have as much salt in it as an actual salting barrel would. The thing that you would non-magically salt meat with, because it's magical.
And not every bit of salt of the salted pork, like some of it has absorbed some of the things from the pork.
Yeah.
So we only get percentage from the salt back.
All right. So, with that, we'll be wrapping up the stream here, the session here. XP wise, that is going to be for let's see.
Braxon gets XP for being eaten.
I mean, it definitely was an experience for you.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, that would be, let's see. Okay, let me do some totaling. All right, Braxon, that is going to be 5,103 experience points.
5,103. Thank you. Wow, that's a lot.
Ockar, That will be 4,863.
Nice. 4,863.
Mm-hmm. Solas, 4,933.
And does my cleric get anything from the poetry competitions thing?
No, your character does overall, and that
Okay.
includes that.
So 4,933 divided by 2.
And Finn, Lafdul, and Leva, 4,683.
But she didn't do anything.
Yeah, you did.
You did participate in these 2 combats.
Yeah.
I did in the first one.
Ah, yeah, you got poisoned.
Yeah.
And
Didn't
before
you
that,
have
you
one
used the
before? Didn't
one.
you have one before in the first half of the game?
Yeah, we had 3 combats. in
Oh,
this
that's
session.
right. Yep. Sorry. Hold on a second. Let me redo that experience for you, because you were not here for that.
Well, hang on.
You know what? No, never mind. I would need to recalculate everyone's, so I'm not doing that. You were here for this session, even if you were only here for half the session. That's fine.
Thank you.
You were with us in spirit.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Actually, was a part of it in the train.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she was there for the first half of the encounter on the ship.
Yeah, but the actual
And then when we
fight,
went-
she
Yeah.
wasn't there. But
Oh, no.
at the same time, you know, overall amount of XP
Yeah.
for the whole session, it really wouldn't make that much difference. And I'd have to recalculate everyone else's, because that number, rather than being divided by 6, would need to be divided by 5, and
Yeah.
so.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm surprised at how much XP I got, considering I blew up a bit. But
Well,
good.
Well, I
first
said
one,
it. I said it in stream chat, but you did cast Fireball Self, so
yeah, and the creatures we fought each are a decent chunk of XP.
And you did learn something. That's what
Mhm.
XP represents.
Right.
You learned a lot. Like,
Yeah.
don't blow something up in your face that's immune to fire.
Oh, I think what Braxon probably learned is don't push button 1, push button 2 or 3 instead.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
was wondering. No, button 2 will make an axe, and it would be hard to move the axe. The spear, I was thinking, would be good because you could just waggle it.
But you know, the axe would have come out and turned into an axe, and then it would have immediately cut the other thing.
Maybe.
Well, it was already
Next
an
time.
axe when he got sucked
Yeah.
in.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
yeah.
well, that's different then.
The
And-
difference with the spear is it extends.
You could have made a ladder. That explains a lot more.
There's no real fighting style with a ladder.
Don't you
there's-
say that? I've seen kung fu movies where they used
Yeah.
ladder
I've
pull.
seen wrestling. It's real, right?
When you're completely engulfed in a shambling mound, there's not a whole lot of fighting you can do, actually. So,
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. Anyway, that is going to wrap us up this time. When we come back next week, the party is going to be making their way back to their ship and reporting on the food that they've discovered. So I want to thank you guys for playing. I want to thank everyone out there for watching. Had a blast, especially Braxon. And we will be back next week and see if there will be even more blasts.
I think Anghammarand needs to give you a heckle bit for that pun.
Oh, no, he only gives you heckle bits. Only gives you heckle bits. I don't
Only you
get
get
the heckle
heckled.
bits. And I think that indicates that either indicates that my puns are worse than yours, which I find hard to believe, or they're better, and so they don't get heckle bits. You know?
Yeah.
So
Must be better.
yeah. All right. So I want to thank everyone out there for watching. I really do appreciate it, and we will be back next week. See you then, everyone.
Thanks.
Take care,
Thank you for
everyone.
being here.
Thanks for having us.